Krenn, No Restrictions on the Pittsburgh Current Podcast Network with Sereny. Sereny, my partner in crime, and we have a guest on later on, Don Carpenter, rogue journalist. Can't speak today.
Rogue journalist.
Hey, you take over for a while. You speak better.
Don Carpenter worked with the Rogue Journalist blog. I think that's his blog, and he covered a very serious sexual assault case that happened in Steubenville about 5 years ago, and really
Netflix
excited.
movie.
Yeah,
It's on Netflix. Right?
Red Roll Red on Netflix. We're really excited to talk to him later.
Yes, he's going to be good. And he's a Pittsburgh guy, as you said. And also, I want to open up. Want to talk about this movie. I know you have a new. Give a plug to your new podcast, the movie podcast.
Okay. So every Thursday, I'm going to be going live with another local comedian, Vincent Didiano, and I are going to be the P.O. Vincent movie review podcast every Thursday night. We go live late after the movie, so we go watch the movie, review it. We do some spoilers. We do some updates about some other upcoming cinema. And, and then it'll be streaming on the River's Edge Radio broadcast network the next day. So Fridays and Saturdays. It'll be up. It's
cool. You know, Sereny is one of those people that are like cutting edge of things, and you know, she sees the movie like a week before the movie's out, or before I would even know the movie existed. And she tells me about it, and then I see the movie that's been out 6 months.
You got to see this movie, Sereny.
Yes, I'll let Sereny know and Jake know and everyone know about this new movie that you have to see. It's happened to be out for 6 months.
A year.
Or a year. And I found this movie. They did, you're not going to believe this, they did Ghostbusters with women.
Can you believe
it?
it?
No, can you believe a new movie? No, but anyway. So I find this movie on demand called Yesterday. Have you seen it, Jake? Sarah has not seen it. We talked about.
No, I haven't.
Not yet. I recommend. See, that's just it. Sereny could be the cutting edge person. I could be the day late guy.
Yeah. Day late and buck short.
Yes.
Jim, I thought you had some movie impressions to do.
I do have a lot of movie impressions I have to work on.
I'm sure.
A lot of movie
impressions. A recent
impressions.
movie came out too, huh?
Oh, yes, I do have a recent movie impression, and we are going to have a trailer for Rambo. Thank you, Jake.
Yeah.
Rambo is out, and I've seen it 6 times. Greatest movie ever.
Jim loves everything that sucks.
I love everything that's, yes. Well, I saw Rambo First Blood, which it started by the fact that they didn't give him a sandwich in a diner. They give him the sandwich.
He
doesn't go into the woods. There's no first blood. They pissed him off.
They drew first blood.
Yeah. If you don't give someone a sandwich and I'm hungry, you're drawing first blood, right? And he wouldn't talk to anybody but the colonel, you know. And then Rambo 2 was, you know, I'm coming to get you. That line is the greatest line ever. I'm coming to get you, which is in this Rambo 9 or whatever this is. This is, I don't know which one this is. But
100?
Yes, but this is the final Rambo. But we have a movie trailer for you of the real final Rambo, which is going to be years from now because the movie's made so much money. There's no way they're
never going to stop.
They're wheeling him out for another Rambo. So here's the trailer of the new Rambo movie for you right now. The one that's going to come out in probably 2025 or so. Yeah, 23. Here it is. Don't miss the action movie of the summer. It all started with Rambo First Blood. And now it's ending with Rambo 9. You listen to me, and you listen to me good. Sylvester Stallone as a one-man, 82-year-old killing machine. He's out for revenge, only he can't remember for who. Hey, you listen to me. You listen to me good! My name is John Rambo. I'm angry and misunderstood. I'm taking a lot of steroids and ACH. I can't take it anymore. I can't. Nothing can stop me from brooding. Nothing's going to stop me from being angry. Rambo 9. You listen to me and you listen to me good. He may be 82 years old, but he has a love interest that is 27 years old because in Hollywood, once a woman turns 30, she's cast in a mother role. Why? I ask you, why did you do this to me? You're my wife. Why would you do this to me? I'm John Rambo. I thought you loved me.
Honey, I had to. I had to take your driver's license away from you. You were going to hurt somebody.
I'm I'm still angry, all right? I'm so angry. I'm going out in the woods. I'll be in the woods with my knife, and I'm going to hurt anyone who tries to capture me. Do you understand?
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's not happening.
What do you mean it's not happening?
Well, the last time you escaped from the senior home and did that, it caused so many problems, they put a GPS ankle bracelet on your ankle, honey. Now eat your applesauce.
Yeah, listen to me. You listen to me good.
What is it now?
Depends.
Depends on what?
No, I mean, better call the nurse. I think I just feel my depends. I told you to tell them to cut me back on Metamu, so not you. You know everything! Rambo 9, the final chapter. Unless this does big box office numbers in Europe, then we'll wheel them out for another payday. It's Rambo like you've never seen him. Cranky and on a rascal scooter. You listen to me, and you listen to me good. I'm coming to get you!
Honey? Who? Me? Who are you coming to get?
No, not you. Not you, right there. I'm coming to get you! That guy floating on the ceiling right there. I'm coming to get you!
Just go to the white light, darling. Go to the white light. It's okay.
Where is
Just let go.
Stallone may be 82, but remember, that's only 12 in dog years. Rambo 9. You listen to me and you listen to me good. Playing in a theater near you. We are back. Jim Krenn, No Restrictions with Sereny, Pittsburgh, current podcast network. In Rambo, did you watch the Rambo movies? Are you in the Rambo at all?
No, I did not want to waste my time.
I can't imagine you being a...
No, I didn't want to waste my time with that one. Actually, I heard Bethany say it was bad, and I took her word for it.
Well, it's Rambo. I mean, I watch it because I don't know why I watch it. I have no idea why I watch those movies like that. I just love them. I don't know what it is. But I think guys watch Stallone because they
want to be him.
Yes, and for some reason, after 2 hours of him, you're him.
I want to be Rambo too, but not Stallone.
You just become like, I don't know. At the end of the movie in the theater, you're like, oh, man, you got checking under my car. I'm looking checking for explosives, whatever.
He sounds like he's like got a mouthful of blueberries every time he talks. Like he's got a mouthful of food.
Isn't it wild? He's an actor, and he says, "Yeah, mouthful of food." So
yeah, like he just took a big bite of permanis and he just wants to talk.
I'm coming to get you. I love that line. It's such a cool line. I'm coming to get you, isn't it?
I like They Drew First Blood.
They drew first blood.
Favorite.
They should have gave me a sandwich.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
And
line
only talk to the colonel. That's it. Great movie though. First one. Fantastic.
Yeah, first one. Yes.
Right? Killer.
Yeah.
Killer movie.
Mm-hmm.
First Rocky. Greatest.
Stellar.
Greatest. And everyone says he should have ended after that. And when you're over here, he should have ended after that. Yeah, are you kidding me? He had $1 billion.
Yeah. You're not going to stop after that.
You don't end after that. No one would end it. You're going to make $1 billion. Now, the movie yesterday, I don't know how they're going to do a sequel, but it made $150 million.
Seriously?
Yes, I looked it up. I was curious to see if it was a hit. It was an indie movie or something. For movies, it was, I guess, a lower budget. Still was a $20 million movie, which was it's more than an indie movie. But it made $150 million worldwide, and there's a blackout. We're not giving the whole movie away around the world, and this guy, he wakes up from this injury, and he's something happened during the blackout that nobody in the world remembers. The Beatles. The Beatles never existed. Now this guy's a singer.
Oh, I know this movie.
Like
I wanted to see when it came out, but I totally forgot about it.
And
I'm probably going to go see it this weekend.
It's cool. You got to get it on demand.
Yeah.
See, that's what
it's on demand already.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for, Sereny. You see,
you know what, Jim? Thank
cutting
you.
edge.
Yeah.
That is great. But who is here to get the person who is behind a year?
The backup plan, yeah.
Yes, there's people out there. There are people out there behind a year like me.
I know. You should do movie review
for a year later.
But when it goes straight to DVD.
I am an on-demand person. So Jake is there with me. Jake, so anyway, he plays guitar like a lounge guy, and then he's no success. And then if you had the entire Beatle catalog, and he's a moderate singer, but and he's sitting around with his friends, and he's like singing, yesterday, trouble seems so far away, and people are like, you're a genius.
Whoa, Jim, that was a really good John Lennon impression.
Thank you.
I
was doing Paul.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was doing Ringo. No, but
can't take a compliment.
Yes, I can. But thank you. But I appreciate it. But he ends up with the Beatle Kelly. It's interesting. what catalog would you want? Like if it happened to you, like it was a blackout and you woke up,
Mm-hmm.
no one knew any of the music of this artist.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you want it to be? That you were the only one. You'd be able to recreate it.
Outcast.
Outcast is yours.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
That's going to be your recreation.
Yeah.
You're going with Outcast.
Yeah, and then like Big Boy, all the music Big Boy made without Andre 3000.
You're going with Outcast.
Yeah.
And that's
100%. Yeah, no question. I don't even need to think about
not even a question. You wake up
Mhm.
and we're gonna sit around and Jake and I are gonna.
it. Bombs over Baghdad.
Yes,
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
just
go,
and just start.
What is that?
Yep.
That's your not Elton John.
Mm-mm.
No, not Elton John.
No,
Who's got like a catalog that's the most prolific. No
Yeah.
Billy Joel.
No, fuck them.
No,
Outcast.
fuck him. All right, I'm gonna go Billy Joel or Elton John. I'll go Billy Joel.
Of course.
I'll go his library.
Well,
You could have Outcast.
I'm going Queen.
Queen.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
You come up with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
We'll all be
Oh,
talking
wow.
about. We're like Jake's a genius, man.
But could you hit those notes, Jakey?
You wouldn't have to. You could sell it.
Yeah. Auto tune.
You wonder how tough it was for him to sell Bohemian Rhapsody. Like when he, in the movie anyway,
Mm-hmm.
they always have the record guy.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna work. So
That's me. Don't do this.
That's Sereny when I did something. So Sereny would say when if Jake gave me the song, and I sang the song, and I'd bring it to Sereny, and Sereny would go, "That ain't gonna work.
Throw it away. It's garbage.
That ain't gonna work. It's garbage, Jimmy. It's garbage. Get out of here." And I'd be like, "Sereny, make me cry again, Jake," and I'd go back and cry, and then so you don't know. It's no guarantee that it's gonna work. I mean, because don't forget, these people happen to be incredible. Like even the Beatles,
Yeah.
they kind of show that in the movie too with Yesterday. Like it doesn't work at the beginning until Ed Sheeran shows up
Yeah.
after singing a local show. Yep.
Yep.
All right, I'm not saying any more about that movie.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
I'm
here.
not
this
spoiling
isn't the
it.
P.O. Vincent podcast.
I'm a
Come on.
rookie at reviewing movies. You are now a veteran.
Jim bit my shit already.
I give it away. I give away the ending, which
You
isn't
do.
good.
Yeah, you do.
It's not good at all.
What else you got in that?
I got
scrolly
I got
scroll
all
yours?
kind of stuff here. Many ideas here. Let's see.
I would also do Missy Elliott.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
yeah.
Missy Elliott's
Video
cool.
Vanguard 2019. She's been on my mind a lot lately. Or maybe Luda.
Okay, I'm trying to think who else.
Yeezy.
Oh, the Rolling. What? Fuck me. The
Rolling
Rolling
Stones.
Stones. The Rolling Stones. All the
Yeah, but
way.
You have to be able to perform those songs.
I could.
You can't just go up there.
half-ass
willing-
it.
No, you have to be able to nail it. Like this kid, he was a
He
musician.
didn't quite nail it. Yeah, but you'll see. He sort of does his own version of it, though. So I would just do my own version of the Stones.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be very good, though.
No, of course not.
You know what Sereny would say?
Garbage.
Garbage. Get out of here, kid. You and your Bohemian Rhapsody and stop me up bullshit. I can't get no satisfaction.
Because that's a very good. You should stick with impressions.
When I
'Cause that
do-
was an
when I-
excellent impression
when
of
I-
me. Just stick with impressions.
When I do my life movie, like Elton John did,
Garbage.
You're
Sereny,
gonna
he made
play-
you sound like the chocolate person from SpongeBob.
What
Yeah,
are
I
they
was-
selling?
You're wearing the green sweater today.
Oh, like
That's
the
the same
Mucinex
color.
mucus booger.
when I do my Rocket Man movie, my life story, which would be about 15 minutes, wouldn't be very interesting at all. But if I do, Sereny's going to play that part
Mhm.
where I'm going to go, I got this character, Stanley Pikachowski.
It's garbage.
Garbage, Jimmy.
Garbage, Jimmy. You can't do it.
It's like, all right, so I found this product. It's the hottest product you can't buy. It's the tit rabbit.
The
It's a
what?
breast. It's the tit rabbit. It's like a lift. It's shaped like a rabbit, and it's like the hot. I was reading it in like the New York Post.
Like the Playboy bunny rabbit?
Well,
or-
they stick. It's a breast lift thing. It's a plastic. It's like a rubberish thing. It goes under the breast and lifts. But it's expensive. It's not expensive, but they have it on Amazon. It's sold out everywhere.
How did you find this product?
was on a- it was
Did
an
it
article.
pop up in like your wish list or recommended for Jim?
I am
Tit
a breast
rabbits.
man all the way. Boobs are my hobby. But it was in New York Post. It was in an
Vinyl or
article
bras?
about how this product is the hottest product and how it was selling out everywhere. So it was thus I researched
Okay.
further.
Of course.
And then, of course, hit a few porn sites back, and then came back to it, and then learned more about the tit rabbit, which is called. It's not officially called the tit rabbit on Amazon. I don't think. I think it's called the something lift, but it looks like a rabbit. Thus, the street slang hipsters
Tit rabbit.
the ones with the pulse beat on the breast industry, like myself, call it the tit rabbit. So it's known as a tit rabbit. So it's shaped like little bunny ears and goes underneath there and lifts it up. But it's sold out everywhere. It's like the hottest product in the world.
Those things are such garbage. Everything's garbage.
It-
but that's
well,
really garbage.
but
They
it's-
don't work for like,
But no,
not maybe for like little boobs.
but not for Victorian.
Not for my like Ren Fair titties.
Ren
No. I've
Renaissance
tried
Fair.
things like that, like the stickers
Yes.
that are supposed to push it up together and up.
No,
Forget it.
you need
I need
the
industrial
possum.
duct
You need
tape.
the possum, a bit, whatever.
Yeah, the
That-
elephant tit.
You know what? Jake, write this down.
Jake, don't write
The
this
elephant
down.
tit. Thank you.
The one with the big elephant ears.
Write down the tit elephant.
and a nose that can wrap around my neck.
Yes, because I'm so jealous of the inventor of the tit rabbit right now, because that guy is sitting in some mansion in fucking Boca, and he's telling his friends at a party right now. You know, they had a hedge fund. Some guy invented, did hedge fund. Some guy did some great invention. He's like, I did the tit rabbit.
The tit rabbit.
Wouldn't you be jealous of him?
Mm-hmm.
Be so envious. Him and the guy invented
I
the
think
mistletoe belt buckle.
we should take it to the next level. Like so the tit rabbit's
I wanna
obviously for a
take it.
girl with little boobs. We need to get like the tit giraffe and the tit elephant for bigger
I
sizes.
am with you. I am all
The
for
tit
it.
rhino.
It can be the whole zoo collection.
Yeah.
I am not this. I am not.
The petting zoo.
Damn it. Write that down. We're calling it the petting zoo. Good idea, Sarah.
You heard it here first,
you heard
folks.
it here.
The
Oh, this
mouse
is-
rabbit, the mouse tit.
This is genius. This
Yeah.
is where it's at. This is the invention.
It's like the zoo pals.
Yeah.
Shopkins for tits.
The petting zoo. That's what we're calling it.
Thank you.
It's going to be our stores. That's all we're going to sell, too.
Yeah.
Do you ever have an invention? You ever sit there and have an invention or thought of something? You say, I wish I would have did that, and then it ended up becoming something?
Yeah, I did.
You did.
I
You
have
do.
one in Spencer's right now. I'm not kidding you. I used
What?
to work for a company that did like patent designs for like Spencer's Gifts, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. And I was a designer there and an inventor there. And my first thing that I actually brought to the interview with me was a pubic hair stencil.
You're kidding. See?
So it was like a
We-
sticker.
you're
you
kidding.
could get anything. You could get like your boyfriend's initials, your girlfriend's initials.
That's wonderful.
My favorite was the lightning bolt. It was the easiest one, and then it came with
You're
like
a lightning bolt person.
it
you're telling me.
came with the little like things that you can use, like the straight edge razor.
Okay.
But yeah, you can bick it into your pubes.
This was your idea. This was your thought.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
because I would see like women at the strip club all the time would have like
Yes.
hearts or something. I'm like, how
Right.
did you do that? And they're like, oh, it's just like I use the thing that I tan with, like the little
Okay.
heart, and then I just stick that on there and go around. I'm like, I would just 99 cents, slap it on, put some nair around it, get a couple burns, keep it moving.
And they took this idea and they still have it till this day.
Yeah, it's in Spencer's today.
You don't know how. You just went up in my list.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm in awe. I
It's
know,
called the
seriously. There's
it's
two
called the pube
people
stencil.
in the pubic stencil
Yeah.
from Pittsburgh and the guy that invented the Big Mac, both from Pittsburgh.
Are they?
Yep.
We should
And he
we
didn't-
should collab.
You should
Could you
collab.
imagine that collaboration?
Yes.
Hamburgers and pubes.
The man. Is there anything
Just
better?
add one ingredient
Is
to
there
the
anything better? But the guy who invented the Big Mac.
Mhm.
He's from Pittsburgh, and
You're
he
kidding.
didn't. But Ray Kroc, I'm sure he got something.
Yeah.
See, you should have got something from the pubic
Mm-mm.
pencil.
Nope, just bragging rights.
Damn it, you should
Yeah,
have got
signed
something from
an
that
NDA.
pubic pencil. You signed the NDA.
Yep.
You come with a genius
Non-compete. Yep.
thought of a lifetime.
Yeah, I know. It's like I deserve a Pulitzer or
I am so upset
Nobel
about.
Peace Prize for
You
the
don't
pube
understand.
stencil.
This upsets me.
I would take it into like the strip clubs. I was really into strip clubs back
Yes.
then.
Very nice.
Pass it out
too.
to all the ladies.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That is so cool
Yeah.
that you invented this thing. I can't believe they didn't give you a percentage of the pubic pencil.
No, I was young and dumb and had no idea what I was
Yes. Oh, no, you weren't dumb. That was a genius thing.
doing. Genius.
They're right. There are only so many great ideas we have.
Yeah. The
And-
wheel and then the pube stencil.
And that was one of them, the pube stencil. You-
sliced bread.
I've never
Pube stencil.
laugh if you will, but I will tell you, I've never come up with anything that brilliant in my life.
Have you ever shaved a lightning bolt into your pubic hair?
No, I have not, and
well,
I
then
got to
you
tell you,
haven't lived.
I am going to be upset if I see that thing and not see Because I'll think of you. I'll think of the name. I'll say, why isn't Sereny getting a dime
I have a bunch of them.
from every stencil? That's not enough to get free ones. You deserve more.
Jim's really upset about this.
I am pissed off at this company for not giving you more profit from that. It's just not right, for Christ's sake. Yeah, it's. I really had no real great invention. I did have one invention in my head.
What is it?
I
don't think I want to know. Chip tan.
No, it's not anything like that.
You were the first guy to put your chair out to hold your parking space.
That's true. No,
Yeah, that was your invention.
there was an idea I had that for a baseball cap, that you could wash it, put something to wash it in the dishwasher, and they came up with that. Somebody came up with it.
A hat that you can wash in the
Like
dishwasher?
you put your baseball hat in this plastic thing. I had an idea. See if we could cover it and put it in a dishwasher. Because when you wash your hat, your baseball, it comes out crumbled and ruined. The brim is all messed up.
Who's
So it's hard to
washing their
wash a
hat?
baseball cap. And sure enough, it came out like years later.
Oh, I know why you have to wash your hat all the time, because your hair dye gets all over it.
Yes,
now
my
I
hair
get
dye
it.
does.
Who washes
Exactly.
their hat?
And
Of course.
Are you gonna
everyone
wa-
washed.
Are you?
Well,
Do you want to wash your jeans in the dishwasher next?
Yeah,
no,
what
but
other,
it was
like-
the hat, because the hat was it fit. I'm telling you, somebody came up with this idea.
What's it called?
I don't know. But there's a plastic. You put the hat. I've seen it though, as seen on TV. I saw it one night, and it was like so pissed.
Did you
as
see it on
would-
like Wish.com?
Look, no. When you first looked at the pubic pencil, and you
It's called a pube stencil. Jeez.
pube stencil.
Pubic
When you
pencil.
first looked at the pube stencil, you were very upset. I'm sure you could
Mm-hmm.
pretend like you weren't, but you had to be. And so, God damn it, it's my idea. The pube stencil.
Yeah.
But this yours is even worse than mine, because mine was just an idea. I didn't come through forward. But I saw that hat thing.
You were pissed.
I said, my fucking idea.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the initiative to get to the next level.
I knew a guy.
You did it though.
I did it.
So
yeah.
I
mean,
admire
really,
that in you.
the only thing I did was like I worked for a company that manufactured Chinese garbage, and that's so they just were like, yeah, whatever ideas you have that you think will sell to Spencer's, pitch it at me. We'll
Really?
make some samples, and if it sells, it sells. And
That's
it
a
did.
big gig.
Yeah, it was a good. I like working there.
They're from Asia? They're Asian?
Chinese, yeah.
They were?
Their manufacturers are in Shanghai. Yeah,
Shanghai.
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 Yeah.
They're sitting in Shanghai in
Mhm.
palatial states right now, just living off the
My pube
money
stencil
of the
money.
pube stencil, and they're having
Dollar.
personalized license plate,
Oh, because of you, Sereny.
pube stencil.
I'm good with it. I'm good
I'm
with
telling
it.
you, this is really messing with me. I wanted you deserve more, Sereny. We should fight them, Sir.
Yeah.
I say we go and get a lawyer and fight this whole thing.
All right, let's go right now.
No, we'll work
Stop
on
the show. Cut.
I'm gonna get a lawyer after this. All right, so the change subjects. See, I could talk about this all day. Pube stencil. But we did it's October, of course, and we did the haunted house, of course, and talked about ghosts and everything, which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But
All right.
coming up, not now, not today, but we're gonna work on this guest. I found a woman
Oh,
that is a dog and cat psychic,
yeah.
and she sometimes reads other animals too. She has read
What are the stipulations around other animals? What about like
There's
birds that just fly by her?
Fish.
birds. Hard to read.
Oh shit.
They won't sit still.
Don't sit still.
They're really in a cage bird that could be read, but birds that just fly by. Pigeons think dirty thoughts.
Yeah.
You don't trust a pigeon.
Never.
But this is more animals you trust, like your dog and cat, I think, is what she reads. And
Okay.
I believe it. I
Domestic.
cannot wait.
Of course you believe it. Of course you believe it.
She reads over the phone. Here's the beauty of it. Jake, is that a laugh of sarcastic?
That's the
mocking?
world's biggest scam I'm laughing at.
You
over
don't
the
believe
phone?
all of a sudden?
All right, I'm usually with you, but that one, though.
I can't believe this.
You
she
can't.
is-
You can't believe it. After what you just said.
She's not even on. You haven't even been amazed yet to hear what Larry, my chihuahua, is thinking.
I would
All right.
love
What
to
if
know
she
what
nails
that's-
it? What if she nails it? Like with
How
Larry.
would you know?
Yeah, no one's ever going to
Well,
know.
if she's on the phone
Larry's
and
gonna
she
be like,
said,
Jesus, Jim.
your dog likes to
I have
take
goosebumps.
No, if she says, your dog Larry likes to take a shit on your pillow. She
You
nailed
can
it.
look at him and
She
tell that he
nails it.
likes to do that.
She nails it.
All right, Jim, so I'm going to advertise that I can talk to plants. over the phone.
Yeah,
So you just
plant
you
psychic.
just
I know
hold your
you,
phone
chick.
speaker,
I know you
hold it
can't
up to
do
the
that.
leaves, and I'll tell you
But
what
if
it's thinking.
This one. it's
$300.
We're gonna have this
Water
lady
me.
on. We're gonna call her, and the best part is she wrote in their promo thing, your
Mm-hmm.
animal doesn't have to be with you.
fake. Of course it doesn't.
So Larry could be home. Although I do want to, I think we should bring Larry in.
What's the deposit like on that?
I don't know. I have to check the price on this
Oh, man.
little thing, this little venture here, the doggy tarot card reader.
$100 an hour to read my pet's mind.
Coming out of
we're
the show budget.
We're gonna talk to her, and we're gonna have her read your cat.
There was a
and
witch in here today too.
I had no idea that we have a lot of Wiccans here in Beachview. Who knew that? Brookline and Beachview is a big Wiccan community. It's cool.
Is
You
it?
know, I don't know. I think it is. I've never been in a Wiccan place.
I think we got to stop in,
I want to see it.
make an appearance.
I've never been there. I want to get some good old spell candles so I could turn around the Steelers.
Spell can.
I am gonna get candles, and I'm personally gonna turn around that record for the Steelers.
Can you do like a healing spell for Ben's arm?
I'm gonna do it for everything this whole season.
Yeah.
We just gotta do something. Do they have you been in one of the store? Have you been in that little store?
No, I don't like to waste my money on those kind of things, and I think it's
Just to see what it looks like, right?
I would go in to see what it looks like, yeah. And I do like the aesthetic of like the witch aesthetic. I like crystals and cobwebs and shit, but
I think it's pretty cool. I want to
Well-
see it. I want to see like the candles and stuff. Like, cause they have specialty like candles.
you can get those at the dollar store. Candles.
There's a witch section at the dollar
No,
store.
candles. You can get candles
Oh.
at the dollar store.
I thought there was like a witch section with it, you know.
Yeah, you can get those
Get some
anywhere.
spells for
You
a
don't
dollar.
have to go
Hey,
into
you know
a
what?
place.
Jake, write this down.
Stop writing stuff down.
Dollar store.
Give them out of paper.
Write this down. It's our other business we're starting. Wiccan dollar store.
Wiccan dollar.
All spells are a dollar.
It's going to be
Nothing over a dollar.
next to every Dollar General.
Yes, we're gonna take out Dollar. Well, we'll beat Dollar General because I'm gonna throw a spell on his motherfucker.
Sage, like the Isle of just Sage.
Yeah. He has a sage I will have.
Cards, tarot card aisle. Tarot cards are in aisle too.
Competition's gonna.
Pig's
fucking
blood is
crumble.
in the back in the refrigerator.
Yeah. Goat's blood in the fridge.
That is
Goat's
so
blood in the
stupid.
fridge.
I
Frozen goat's blood goes bad.
Frozen goats.
Frozen goat's blood. Wow, that means there's a Pittsburgh witch community out there too. What's that like? You know, get on my broom. I'm gonna cast a spell on you.
There's a lot of spitting involved in witchcraft. I've learned recently. There's like a whole lane on TikTok of like witches. It's just like there's
You
a
have to
lot
show
of
me this.
spitting
You have to show me
involved.
this witch.
You gotta spit a lot. You gotta get a lot of hair.
Oh.
We could incorporate the pube stencils because there's hair. We gotta take some pubes.
I think we
Put it
cast
around
this.
some
I think we
candles.
Make a
cast this-
broomstick
I'm
one.
casting a spell on those people didn't give you credit. Those pube stencil people.
She's going to make a broomstick pube stencil.
I just want to go into this witch's store
spooky
to see our
season.
Pittsburghers walk in the Pittsburghers. store
Yeah,
and
yeah,
go,
yeah.
You know, do you got iron newt?
I knew.
I need 2 iron newts. Please.
I need some amethyst.
I need some amethyst and iron newt.
I need a couple AA batteries. You
And
gotta
a-
need it.
2 double batteries, a bag of sage,
and some Fago.
yeah, is there Fago in that? Is there kind of plop you got in there? Witch's brew, witch's plop.
I love this witch's dollar store idea. This is funny.
It's gonna be huge. I just want to go in this
Huge.
store up here. This witch.
We're gonna check it out.
What's it called? Witchinette?
Which is
I don't know. I don't know. What's it?
not a
what
lot
is it
of
called?
thought going into
Does she have
these.
Does she have a name for it? It probably said Witchinette.
Yeah, what's the name of the place?
Witch's
Do we
brew?
know?
Witch's hat? The hat?
Beach
I
View
don't-
Witches.
I don't know. And I mean this with respect because I don't want a spell thrown on my ass. Witches, they can do that. They got
Yeah.
the candles and stuff. That's what
Batteries,
I'm gonna
yeah.
buy.
There was a
some
witch on
spell
TikTok
stuff.
that was using batteries to cast spells.
Really?
Yeah. Batteries.
Battery operated things, like a battery operated spell thing.
Yeah, because there's like I think there's copper or something in it, and she's like, well, I don't have any copper laying around, so I'll just use this battery to cast the spell. 'cause
Oh,
there's
I thought it was
copper in
I thought it was like a certain thing with like batteries in it that she had to wave.
No,
It was like because I was thinking, what if the batteries go low and you can't really
I
cast a
gotta
spell real well. It's a
brush
weak,
up on my spells.
It's a
but
weak spell. I don't know. I guess to each their own. I don't know. It's interesting. So what is the deal with everybody with steps? Why are we so fucking fascinated with everyone's steps?
Steps?
Yes. Everyone got Ben
the
got
Fitbit.
fined for the Fitbit watch, but everyone got the Fitbit. They got apps on the phone. I got people fucking step shaming me.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I had 10,000 steps. How many do you have, Jim? I said, I don't know, 7,000.
No, not even close.
They're like 7,000.
No.
You're not
You've
good.
taken 6 steps since you've
I
gotten
have
here.
also 7,000 on one day, and then I have 4 steps on others. But yeah, see, step shaming happens.
I don't think you're getting 7,000 in a
I
day.
have 7,000 in some days. I'll bet you lunch. I'm telling you right now. I'll bet you a witch candle.
Okay.
You'll have to buy me a witch candle for me. But the thing is though, like most people say 10,000. I don't believe them.
That's a lot.
I took 12,000 on the
That's
Sunday.
a lot of steps.
I don't believe you.
That's like
No,
somebody
kidding.
that's
I
somebody
walked
that
up and
does
down the football field.
Okay,
20
I'll give you that.
times.
That day,
manual labor.
12,000. Right?
6.4 miles I walked.
That's pretty good.
If
Yeah.
you're a waitress or like an electrician or somebody
You're-
that does manual,
No, these people did not even do that. There's like several people. Sorry, they all had like 10,000. They're comparing their notes.
No, they're
Wow.
liars.
I'm sitting there with my one day and a whole year of 7,000, which I threw out, which is 6 months ago, but I didn't care. But yeah, it's pretty serious. It's pretty. Do you have yours on your phone?
I have mine on my phone and I have a watch, but I always forget to charge it.
Okay, let's see mine here. Oh well, not good.
How do you
Oh,
get
wait a
yours on
minute.
your
Oh,
phone?
wait.
But I don't carry my phone with me everywhere. I leave it around a lot.
Saturday at 11,155 steps.
Did you go for a jog?
No, I don't know what happened. Yesterday I just hit 5,300.
Maybe a witch was casting a
Today I'm
spell
at
on you.
today I'm at 2,097. I got some walking to
I
do.
don't even know where to look.
I'm
in
at
here.
3,000.
There's like a step app you have to get.
Yeah, I don't think I have it on my phone.
Oh,
though.
we got to get you the
I
step
have
app.
the
It's like,
Bluetooth watch, but
I want to step shame you, so bad. Let's see. What are your
I walk to work. So like how?
Oh, you're killing. You will kill me on
Yeah.
this. I only have like one.
I
good-
walk now because somebody stole my bike.
I'm so sorry about this. If anybody knows the whereabouts of
Of my
Sereny's
beautiful
bike,
bike.
call us at Pittsburgh Current. And
Call us at Pittsburgh Current. That's our phone number.
yes,
At Pittsburgh Currency.
what's hard? I hate that. Stealing's the worst thing in the world.
I don't know about that, but
It's one of them.
it's horrible.
'Cause it's
Speakers on your
yours.
phone are the worst thing in the world.
Thank
I
you.
remember I lived in a schoolhouse apartments on North Side, and the first nice car I got in my life, because I never had anything nice. And the first nice car I wanted is I got the most craziest car ever. I don't know why, because I just wanted it. I got a candy apple red fucking Corvette,
Stupid.
like a glass roof. Yeah, I'm a kid. I'm 26 years old. And I'm making a shitload of money.
Yeah.
And what do you get? A candy apple red Corvette. So I'm living in the schoolhouse apartments on North Side, and the roof, it's a glass roof, and it gets stolen.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the parking lot. And I
Yeah.
remember when this guy walked and said, "You don't want to go in there." I said, "What?" And I walk in, and my roof's gone, and there's a bunch of smudges, and this police officer is writing it up, and he's, I called the police, and he's writing it up, and the whole thing, and there's smudges all over the window, and I look at him and I go, "Are you gonna dust for prints? Because I see a good print here."
Mm-hmm.
And this old timer looked at me and goes, "What do I look like, fucking Columbo?"
Wow, what a dick.
No, because that thing is sold about an hour ago. They sold that thing.
Yeah.
It was just, I love that line. What am I, fucking Columbo? But anyway.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's.
But I think what I'm
PD.
saying is, chances are, I don't know, we're going to see that.
No,
bike.
no. It was
That
such a nice
bike's in a
bike.
bike chop shop right now, my friend.
Yeah, it's gone forever.
Chopped up. Or we spot it somewhere.
I mean, lightning doesn't strike twice because the last bike I had stolen was spotted and returned to me. by a
Really?
friend. Yeah.
If you see a person 12 years old or 85 pounds, you call me and I'll rough them up and get it back.
Yeah, I'll
if they're
do that.
bigger, call Jake. Jake will get that back for you. But if they're 85 pounds, 5'3", or shorter, you call me and I'll get that bike back, Sereny.
Somebody victim blamed me on when I put a post up
How
about
could
it.
you victim
They
blame
were
on a
like,
bike?
you're not chaining it up, dummy. Like, they took the handlebars
And they
off.
called you a dummy on top of this?
No, I added that part.
Oh,
They were like, you need
okay.
to chain that up better.
Okay.
And I was like, shut up. I'm breathing here.
I think you need to
Please
chain that up better.
Wait,
That was
Respect
me.
my privacy at
It was
this
Jake.
time.
on your own personal site, they did this?
Mhm.
They do this? I'm going to do it later on.
Yeah. They're like, why didn't you chain it
I'll
up where
add
they
dummy
can't
too.
get it?
That's me.
Yeah, dummy.
Dummy?
I'm the
With
dumb. No, I added that because I know I did. I was hastily chaining it up, and I did not chain it where you're supposed to.
well,
Two
Oh,
chains
really? You didn't say we were supposed to?
Well, you're supposed to chain it in the middle triangle because you can't get through that, right?
Right.
I chained it like around the triangle. So all they had to do was
that's why they got through it.
Took off the wheel and the
Professional
handlebars.
bike thief knows what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Steal a bike in 2 seconds.
Yeah, and then I had to
saw
do
that movie, Gone in 30 Seconds.
Gone in 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I love
That
that.
was 60
bike,
seconds. Movie. Well, bike was gone in 30 seconds. Movie was
Devastating.
gone in 60 seconds.
What color is the
Angelina
bike?
Jolie, but
It's bright orange mongoose.
Bright orange mongoose.
Oh my God.
You heard it here.
Cannot miss it. It's like this. It's
Might
brighter
be
than this.
Floating in the river
how
somewhere.
are we going to miss that bike? Somebody's going to spot that bike.
Yeah.
I'm putting a tip line up.
You can put money on it.
Yes.
Anybody that returns my bike, Jim will give them
$50.
$50. The bike is worth more than that.
I'll take you to lunch at Max's.
Okay.
Okay? You
Lunch at
return
And a selfie.
and a selfie and
A free chocolate bar.
and a pubic pencil.
A pubic pencil is so different.
Stencil.
It's not the same.
What is it?
It's going to be your
Pube
initials.
stencil.
I will
It's
get
gonna
you
be JK. That's
you
gonna
get
be
a
the initials.
lunch at Max's if you find this bike, Sereny's bike. You get a pubic stencil from me.
Jim will
and
stencil it
a
for you.
candle of your choice I will buy you in the witch's store.
Wow, that is the hell of a package there.
Well, we're trying to get a hell of a bike back, my friend.
Thanks, Jim.
So let's get that bike back and you return it.
Yeah.
If you're out there and you stole it and you happen to be watching the podcast, you're feeling bad right now.
You can blame it on somebody else.
I want to tell you, blame it on. Thank you, Jake.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that move.
Be a hero and return it back to me.
Be a hero.
Mama needs her bike.
Yeah, blame it on someone else. And even if you fess up to it, I don't care. You're still getting your witch's candle, your pube stencil.
And Jim will personally shave your initials into your pubic
And
hair.
I don't know what that. Yes.
I think I'm going to find an orange mongoose.
Oh,
And
no.
you get lunch at Max's. So that's a lot.
That is a lot.
Not a lot of people. You don't see.
That's a whole day for Jim.
Yeah, that's a huge commitment. Just give him money.
Have you seen any telephone poles with "if found, you get a pube stencil"?
No, they're true. That's genius.
And at lunch at Max's, and a witch's candle
Yeah.
of your choice.
Thanks, Jim.
Sereny, I hate to see you without a bike.
Me too. I don't
It's
like
such
it.
a nice bike
I don't
too.
like walking places like a fucking Mormon.
You don't deserve it. Yeah, you've been through enough of them taking your. You've been through enough of them taking your your.
They took my
pubic-
pube stencils.
They took the pube stencil from you. Now your bike. What the fuck is wrong with this world? I tell you, just hurts me. Anyway,
So stupid.
it is. It is. What am I going to tell you? I'm looking for any kind of.
Wait, we haven't done a Love After Lockup recap. Have you watched? Are you up to date?
I am up to date. Well, no, I missed the last one. I'm up to date. Up to the new couple, and the new couple
yeah,
is
there's
killing
a
me.
new couple has entered the scene,
the
and
new-
they are beautiful.
Beautiful people,
Mm-hmm.
hopeless romantics.
Yep.
Justin Bieber kind of guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, singer, really talented singer.
Yes.
Like up there with Jim Krenn status singer.
I mean, he can bring it.
yeah.
He can bring it.
And he's a writer. He's writing his own, composing his own music.
As we call him in jail, triple threat.
Oh,
Yes,
Look
Love
out.
After Lockup is good. Sarah, you're up to date. I missed the very light. You can tell me what happened.
so Cheryl, our girl,
Yeah, I love Cheryl.
she left all 3 of her kids in Texas to come to Colorado
She's one of my favorites.
because Josh was getting out.
Yeah.
And Josh can't go live with her in Texas. He's being paroled to his mother's house, and he's going to be on house arrest there for a while. He's not going to be able to leave. So Cheryl is pissed and blaming him because I don't know if we've mentioned this on the show, but
Okay.
Cheryl is fucking 1,000 miles out of her goddamn mind. She banged him as soon as they got out of the. So he
They
gets out of the
are.
pen, yeah, and then there's like a 5-hour drive to anywhere else. She's like, "Let's pull over and just fuck in the woods."
Yes,
Yeah.
very romantic.
Mm-hmm.
The way
Yeah.
she is.
She's
The way
like,
she
this
rolls.
is what
I
she's
like
been
that.
waiting for. I mean, this guy did hard time. He was getting out assault and battery, robbery. He robbed a bank. He was in there for a while.
I don't know how he got out. I don't know how half of them get out. Like,
I don't know.
right? Because they have
a
like
lot of them
long
are
list
violent. Some of them are violent. Some of them are drugs. The one guy, Suwoo, oh man, that guy he's never getting out.
How's my favorite couple with what's the one with the guy
Oh, there's
who has the girl
Tony and
who he was
Ann-
going to adopt.
I was gonna adopt.
He was going to adopt her. I don't know if you caught this episode or part. Maybe
Oh
you
yeah,
missed this.
those guys. Yes.
There's one couple
Go ahead.
where the guy was going to adopt the girl he's going to marry for
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. So this because the state was going to give him money.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the best part about it was he's telling his future mother-in-law that he's going to adopt her daughter instead of marrying her. And she'd be legally.
And she says, she's an alcoholic. You can't adopt her. She has a drinking problem. And he's like,
yes.
He has no idea.
But remember toward the end of the episode, as he talks to her and says, you know what? She'll make money. You'll make money. Everybody makes money.
Yeah.
And then they get a confessional, and she's like, first I didn't like it. Now I love it. I'm in. She was all in.
Yeah, all in.
It was that easy to sell her over. As soon as she's getting part of that check, man, you adopt her.
Why don't
That
we
is
all
not
just
romantic.
do that? I mean, they really think that they're getting one over, right? They're they think that they're like tricking this system and they're going to get all this money from adopting each other. Why wouldn't everybody just adopt Jake?
I don't know how it works. I mean, but
Jake needs a family.
doesn't he see, though, that this is not a match made in heaven, really? He has no idea.
It definitely
This is like some trouble. They all have
trouble.
All of them have trouble. There's none of them. None of them are going to end up together, are they?
So there's one couple from the very first season that aired like 4 years ago.
They're together?
That are still together, and they're from Canada.
Really?
Everyone else is either broken up or OD'd.
You know what's funny? Compare Love After Lockup, okay, with The Bachelor, and it's probably the same number together.
Same show.
Same number together.
Yeah, just pepper in
Right?
a little jail time.
That's one, yes. One's crazy, but the other is just
It's a little felonious behavior.
the other one's just got like a better gloss
Oh, man.
over their crazy.
You know, like when you look at a woman on reality TV show and you can just tell, like,
Oh, yeah.
you're
I
like,
could see it.
you see, like, the gears
I
are
could
going up here, but the eyes are just dead.
Oh,
and
I know not to get the rose.
Cheryl is going to jail. She's next. You can tell.
Oh, Cheryl's going to jail.
Cheryl's
I think half
going
of
to
them are
jail.
going to jail. They're all, yeah.
We don't know what for yet, but Cheryl's going to end up behind bars
what's-
some way. She's going to kill
What's
him.
the blonde one with the blonde girl that has the two inmates? She's
Yes.
dating both. What's her? Can't remember her name.
Yeah. She looks like a bootleg Kardashian. What was her name?
She looks like a, God bless her.
Lizzie or Lexi or something.
Let's just, but my favorite line,
Her lips look
her lips are like blown out like this, but I cannot throw stones.
Lacey. It's Lacey.
Lacey. I can't throw stones, but I got to tell you, she's kind of
Chunky.
could be inside linebacker. God bless her.
But
Play
she
the
keeps
run
saying
well,
she's a
and I'll play the
model.
pass. That's my line.
She's like, Dad, I'm leaving for 4 days.
And
Can you watch my 10 kids? I got a modeling gig. And you're like,
the dad believes
the
it.
dad's like, okay, honey.
I am going to. You're right. That's
Mm-hmm.
the thing I'm looking. Going. Did she just say she's going to model?
Modeling gig.
Who is that gullible? They would.
Her dad. Well, maybe her dad's like body positivity. Girl, go do
Yeah,
it.
you're a model.
Yeah, you are.
Are you kidding
I'm
me?
a model too. Dad.
Yes, a model citizen. She's going to model.
Yeah.
Oh my God! But in the meantime, she's
She's like
seeing
a Ford
2
model.
axe murders at the same time.
2 inmates. One's being paroled to her house, and the other one, she's just keeping them on the side. I like that because in previous seasons, we've had inmates that have had women on the side, and we even have one on
Oh,
this
yeah.
side who's
Yeah.
who's playing the game.
It happens.
I like to see a girl
Play us.
playing ball.
Yeah,
I like it,
do
Lacey.
too.
I respect
I'm
the
with
drip.
it. I'm with you on that. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Respect the drip, Lacey.
Yeah, Love After Lockup. We highly recommend it. People are talking about this show. I'm telling you, it's Sereny could find that Pulse Beat shows. This is the hottest show on TV. I'm telling you, I've heard people talking about the show. I was reading articles, a couple articles. They were some of the hottest reality shows.
Love After Lockup.
If you will see Love After Lockup
yeah.
in top,
That's wild.
always in the top 5
Yep.
of the hottest reality shows. It's that great of a show.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss it. Yeah, we'll keep you. Every once in a while, we'll give you little updates. So once again, if you find an orange bike
Oh. Yeah.
that is Sereny's,
Orange
please
mongoose.
call the Pittsburgh Current hotline, which we don't have set up.
Just
Call
us.
Jake.
Yeah.
Call the Pittsburgh Current here in
Message me on Twitter,
Message-
Facebook, Insta, any of that stuff.
Sereny. And if you have her bike and you return it, you
Or-
get a pubic pencil and stencil.
Yeah.
a
I don't know what a pubic pencil is or does. Sounds
the new
bad.
idea that I'm coming up with, and
Oh.
we're getting the credit finally.
Or Zone 1 Police. You can go
And
Zone
and
1
if
Police.
and you get a witch's candle and lunch at Max's, so that's a lot. So
That's
hope
beautiful.
you get your bike back. Hope we have it back by next week.
Thanks.
Report that. Sereny.
We will, yeah.
And yeah, we appreciate. Up next, we have our guest, rogue reporter Don Carpenter.
Rogue journalist. Rogue
Okay.
journalist.
Not reporter. Okay.
That's his blog.
his
is
title.
Rogue journalist.
Rogue
RogueJournalist.com.
I'm the rogue reporter. Rogue
Rogue
journalist.
reporter.
Jake's a rogue reporter. Rogue journalist. Don Carpenter coming up next is Jim Krenn, No Restrictions, with Sereny on the Pittsburgh Current Podcast Network. Pittsburgh Current, giving Pittsburgh a better alternative. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date on all things news, art, and music. Or visit us at www.pittsburghcurrent.com. We are back. Jim Krenn, No Restrictions with Sereny on the Pittsburgh Current Network and Podcast Network. And we are with a guest that Sereny is the best at the pulse speed of what's going on. Really, she knows everything that's happening, and I know nothing. I like him in a cave. I know nothing at all, really. Actually, she has to feed me. I know. No.
Yeah.
I know nothing. But she says she's talking about this movie. It's a hot movie on Netflix, documentary.
You know, I love a good doc,
And
especially true crime.
And this is true crime. Roll, Red, Roll. And it focuses on our neighbor here in Pittsburgh, which is real close to us, Steubenville. A lot of friends in Steubenville. And it deals with, it's a Nancy Schwartzman documentary. It's won a lot of awards and seemed to have garnered a lot of attention in the film festival world. And it's about a rape in Steubenville, Ohio, where two football players, I guess, raped a young lady. And just a horrible, horrific thing, obviously. But our guest that she found is a rogue journalist who covered this story on the ground floor. So if you've seen Roll, Red, Roll, or you're going to see it, I hope, if you have Netflix, you should see this documentary. It's very, like I said, it's sobering. And Don Carpenter is here, rogue journalist Don Carpenter. Don, thanks for joining us, buddy. Appreciate this.
Thanks for having me. It's an honor to be here, Jim.
Sure, man. You're a Pittsburgh boy.
Damn right.
Right?
Yep.
Dormont guy.
Dormont, right down the road.
Oh, man. Tom's Diner.
R.I.P.
You're right. Gyro omelet.
Yep.
There you go. So, Steubenville, you being a journalist, Don, how did you get captivated by this particular story? What drove you to cover this story on the ground floor when it first started, when it first broke?
It was kind of a really weird time in my life. Back in 2011, I felt personally and professionally I wasn't really living my best life. I was drinking a lot, stuff like that, and I basically ended up quitting my job, saying goodbye to my friends, family, loved ones, and I just kind of wanted to go out there and see what I could do better with my life and be the change in the world I wanted to be. That landed me at Occupy Pittsburgh, which was a really interesting time, but I got to meet some great independent journalists there. Nigel Perry, who covered shock and awe in Iraq from the ground, a lot of the Israel-Palestine conflict, took me under his wing and started teaching me how to do independent journalism, live streaming, whatnot. So I started covering the Occupy movement in Pittsburgh and abroad.
Okay.
After that kind of fizzled down, Steubenville happened. I still don't know how it happened. I was on Twitter one night looking at something else, and then the New York Times story with Steubenville had just come out days earlier, and then all of a sudden people claiming to be with Anonymous planned to attack Steubenville for an alleged cover-up. They allegedly hacked a website. It turned out they just guessed the password to it. Defaced the website, and with what happened to this poor girl, there was so much evidence out there on social media. These kids, videos taken from the parties, mocking this girl days later, high-fiving each other. Just basically
Sickness.
Yeah, blowing it up on the social media. And they leaked all that stuff and started calling for protests in the town of Steubenville leading up to the trial of these two teenage football players. And it was just crazy. Like the first protest, I think it was just after Christmas or just before New Year's, there was like 500 people.
Wow.
The week after, there was 5,000 people in Steubenville protesting, standing up for this girl and what they thought was a terrible town cover-up. And there wasn't really a cover-up per se.
That's what I was going to ask. So there was no cover-up?
No. Basically, the town officials charged with trying these teenage boys and investigating everything. They went for the max for these kids. They tried charging them as adults, adult rape offenders, kidnapping, things of that nature. And then they all had to recuse themselves because they either had kids on the high school football team or kids that graduated or some people that were somehow involved with the Steubenville football program or school.
And I think it was basically the story. The reason I think it captivated the country in this documentary that's so popular is because it's kind of a snapshot of what goes on now everywhere. It happens every day where people that have some sort of power or entitlement or whatever get away with crimes, and especially like rape, which is one of the only the only crime, like I mentioned before. You could steal a car, you're not questioned, but if you're the victim, you're questioned in rape. It's the weirdest thing in the world. Someone steals your car, no one questions you about that. But so I guess it explores a lot of what goes on in our society. I guess that's why I think it captivated the country.
Especially like starting in high school.
Right.
You just like to think that stuff doesn't happen and kids are just still kids, but it happens. And I mean,
it's horrible.
This is so off-brand for us to.
Right.
We're trying
serious, but the documentary was what it was about. It was about a horrible crime that happened in our
to a
town of
child.
Steubenville, to a child.
Yeah. And the craziest thing was that, like, and we were seeing this a lot now in the news. It's just even in high school, like the football players who are always like the cool guys and the jocks. They just kind of skated through it. Like, yeah, so what? Yeah, I did it. I posted about it, and not understanding the consequence and
that for the rest
repercussions.
Of that's just it. It's like I said, it's a snapshot of really what a lot of people think. I think maybe that's the good news. The good thing about the documentary in that sense, it kind of gets that discussion out there. Maybe at least people can mention.
Another thing that I really liked that they highlighted in this film a lot was that just because a woman is drunk, does not mean that she cannot consent. Like consent and non-consent is not blurred. It's she says no and it's no. And if she's drunk, that's not consent. It's not consent.
Right, because she's not coherent.
Because she's not lucid. Yeah.
She's not lucid, not coherent. Yeah. Absolutely.
And I really liked that they kept rewinding to that point, and they really drove that home. That just because a woman's drunk, that doesn't don't even try.
Right.
Just go home. Go jerk it off in your Jeep. Yeah.
Yeah. The energy. So Don, covering this story, did you get emotional, get involved with that side of it, or as a journalist you can't?
It's something that to this day kind of still screwed up my head a little bit.
Really?
Like, seeing how that girl was treated, how a lot of people kind of felt that what happened to her was okay, and not really seeing what was wrong with touting, it was what happened to this girl and taking pictures and whatnot. It kind of made me look at how I viewed and treat women. I'm not a scumbag rapist like these kids, but we live in a culture where males have run rampant, objectifying women, looking down upon women, looking at them as objects, treating them as trophies, things like that. And I kind of came to terms with that, and it also put me at ends with a lot of people that are close to me because I check them, when they start engaging in this misogynistic and or objectifying behavior, and they don't like it, but it's messed up. And
it's interesting, your career, you said you mentioned it yourself that you had battled drinking and addiction, alcoholism.
Correct.
So that must have been unbelievable for you. Like at one point in your life, were you a writer at all before 2011 or 12? Like you said, or was this just something? So you never wrote.
Correct.
And so you're recovering from it. That's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something you always wanted to do, or something? Is it a natural talent for you knew of, or just how do you do this?
I kind of wanted to be more like produce bands and stuff like that.
Right.
And this just kind of fell on my lap, and I still don't know how I got into it or how this opportunity and these gifts were given to me, but I'm very grateful for it, and I just got to keep doing it. I'm locked in now.
And you're going to play yourself in a Brad Pitt movie that's upcoming.
Correct.
It has to do kind of tied in with this because of the anonymous
Correct.
people,
yeah.
right? You could explain again it's the role of yourself. You said
Correct. What a lot of these documentaries don't cover is what happened after Steubenville, after this young girl got her justice. Which, speaking of which, she's doing great. She's
that's great.
engaged right now. She's one of the strongest people I've ever seen in my
Sure.
life facing this down. But
Absolutely.
what they don't tell you what happened is what happened with the protesters, and rightfully so, because it takes away from the story of this young lady. But the two anonymous guys were initially contacted to get involved in Steubenville. I think their online handles were KY Anonymous and Just Batcat.
Okay.
It turns out that when they were found out and prosecuted for hacking this website, they had to admit that they only did it for fame, fortune, and women. They just did it for online notoriety. They didn't really care.
Wow.
The facts of this case alone warranted a international look at our culture today, but they made up some stories, and a lot of the international media community that came in to cover Steubenville when it was centralized at the time didn't fact check anything. During the trial of the two rapists, these they were journalists from across the country that knew nothing about the case and just had to like improvise and not really fact check anything. But this guy, Derek Lostutter, when he was raided and prosecuted by the FBI, Rolling Stone interviewed him. I think it's the article's called "The Curious Saga of Derek Lostutter" or something like that.
Okay.
But it basically glorified him. They really didn't fact check what happened to him with the raid and stuff like that. Brad Pitt's company, Plan B Entertainment, bought the rights to Anonymous versus Steubenville, which is going to be, I think that's the working title of the film now. And it's been on and off for a couple years because as this gentleman's trial went on, it turned out he wasn't really the white knight everyone thought he was. And they are making it now, but they're going to make it more honest, not glorifying the gentleman. And
may I ask, is it, clarify, is it a scripted movie or a documentary?
It's going to be a scripted movie.
It is a scripted movie.
It was initially, the rights were initially purchased from that initial Rolling Stone article painting this dude as like a Superman.
Right.
And now it's going to be actually
more
honest. It's still going to be loosely based on that article.
Right.
But I'm going to play myself, which is after Steubenville and anything, I stared looking into a lot of the stuff and proved he was kind of a scumbag. So
pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
where you've come from. When you met, I could imagine you in the bottom climbing up. Could you ever have thought your life would go that way?
No, absolutely
right?
not. Like during Steubenville, covering everything, my work was crowdfunded. I threw my own money into it. That went on for a couple years. At the end of it, I lost my condo. I lost my car. I was homeless.
Wow.
I lived in a cave down off the 18th Street Riverwalk in Southside.
Really?
That's
2
where Jen lives.
months
Yeah,
to
you
get a job.
over.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now, I kind of spent the last few years rebuilding my life.
You lived in a cave.
Yes, sir.
For how long?
2 months in the summer. Summer of 2013.
Wow.
Southside Caves.
Southside caves. They're only $1,500 a month, by the way. They want to be in a cave in Southside.
Right off.
Lawrenceville's only $1,200 a month for a cave, but they're coming up. But so, what's it like to live in a cave?
Yeah,
It's not
I
very
grew
fun.
I grew up pretty rough, but a
It's
little place we live in.
It's not very fun.
No, cave living would be. What?
Now you're working with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, that's
Caves to Pitt.
That's amazing.
Jeez, that's
Yeah.
a jump.
I mean, Pittsburgh had some great resources from the homeless too. Without those, I probably wouldn't have survived. But yeah, it's totally surreal, man. Like fame is never what you think it's going to be. Back then, you had the international following, people stalking you, death threats, stuff like that.
Huh.
And then now here we are almost 5 years later, and it's, documentary on Netflix, other documentaries and movies coming out, and
Yeah, that's it.
there are rewards with it, and I'm in a position to help others now with that. So I'm
amazed at the cave. I can't get off the cave. I'm sorry. What do you eat when you're in a cave? Like, how's it?
Bats.
Give me the day in the cave on the south side. What's it like? What's the day like?
It's pretty much wake up. I mean, there's a lot of homeless people in Pittsburgh, unfortunately.
Did you have your own cave or did you share?
It was my own, yeah.
That's
There's
cool.
there's, it's kind of wake up. I'd go to like Starbucks, fire up the computer, do some stuff.
Okay.
With some of the homeless resources, there were meals, places you can go to get showers, stuff like that. But there's a lot of people that would get stuck in that and not really try to figure their way out of a terrible situation. or they would unfortunately be mentally ill or whatnot and unable to get out of that.
Yes.
But,
That's an amazing climb you made. And like you said, I'm sure you saw a lot of people that are unfortunately mentally ill that can't make that climb.
correct.
Because I get to know, try to help homeless as much as I can. But I noticed that, they have no chance really, but except for an institution help. But the people like yourself that climbed out, I'm real proud of you. It's really kind of cool, man, that you did that.
I had some good friends that were able to help me along the way as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, now looking back on everything, it's pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah. Well, I bet you know what? After you go through something like that, I bet you think you have no stress, because I mean, like after you live in a cave, you're like, fuck it, man, I can handle anything.
Like I have a working toilet at home. Life is good.
Yeah. Like really, like your mindset must have changed a bit, stress wise.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You could handle almost like you could handle anything.
Yep.
In a way.
And if I ever had to do it again, I probably would.
Really?
The cave thing.
Yeah, putting everything out there, self-funding. Well, I mean, I don't have that problem now with Netflix and everything, but
Still, but living in a cave and the whole thing, going through that process. Why? Because of your inner growth from it.
not even inner growth. It's just
Just really likes caves.
yeah. I mean, if I had to put myself out there, do an extreme amount of good at the cost of losing everything and having to rebuild everything, I would totally do it again. That's the right thing.
Wow.
That's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
At the time when I was living in that said cave,
Yes.
it sucked. I was, really depressed.
You're not going to meet a lot of women. A lot of women, you got to talk to where you're going to go back to my cave. They're going to say no.
Yep.
Cave women.
Yeah, cave women.
You're
You're not getting a lot of cave dates.
Nope.
They're out. As soon as they hear, where do you live? In a cave. It's not good. But still, you found yourself, kind of like finding I'm more intrigued that you found yourself.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like you found what you like to do and you're doing it. So many people out there, like 99%, looking for that or trying to get there and it's so afraid to do, including myself. I mean, to do like that, to that point, to just tear myself down to get to that bare place where you could, find that whatever, just say, fuck it. My ego's too big to do that, I think.
Yeah.
And,
Definitely.
which is, so it had to be part of that, throwing the ego away and all that kind of stuff in a way, taking the ridicule from people or whatever, because I can imagine, right?
Yeah.
If I lived in a cave, people would not be, they'd be kind of rough on me, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've been mean to cavemen.
You wouldn't be mean.
Yeah.
But some would. You'd bring me a sandwich. But so food was just going to food bank places?
You had
Food
the
banks?
food bank. There were resources like Operation Safety Net,
Okay.
which would visit homeless areas and give them food, sandwiches, medication if they need be.
Okay.
A lot of the Hot Metal Church down in Southside would provide dinners a couple nights a week, and
Okay.
there's a veterans place over by Mercy Hospital. I can't remember the name now, but they would do a morning breakfast where you could go shower and get something to eat and work on.
So Hot Metal, it's a good place to donate. And what was the other place you said, the first place?
Operation Safety Net.
Operation Safety, another good place to donate because they're the real deal.
Correct. I think Dr. Jim Withers runs that. He's a big-time doctor here in Pittsburgh, I guess, and they go out and take care of the homeless.
Well, Don, it's a pleasure having you on the show, man.
Thanks for having me,
Could
man.
you come back again?
Absolutely.
Keep me updated on what you're up to. Sereny and I want to hear it, right? We hear about your projects. I know you're going to have something wild. You're going to find some other intriguing story to cover.
Bring Brad Pitt next time, though.
Yeah, she wants to meet
And congratulations.
Thank
on
you.
all
Yeah,
your
man.
success.
It's really cool meeting you, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for opening up that story of your life too, man.
Yeah,
Thank you for
talking about this.
Thank you for having me, and you're just on your way up, and I look forward to seeing your career come up.
Thank you.
I grew up listening to you, man, and it's an honor to sit in the same room with you, and you've done a lot for this city, and I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for everybody.
Wow, thank you, Don, man.
Thank you.
It means a lot, man. Thank you.
All right.
My friend Don Carpenter, he's going to be back, and he's our rogue journalist of this show, official rogue, right?
Yes, sir.
You're watching Jim Krenn, No Restrictions with Sereny. Thanks for watching and listening.